Good afternoon. How's everybody today? Hope you're doing well. I'm doing good. Went out today, met a couple people I know, and went and had a coffee and some lunch, and then went over to, remember the guy that I showed you the other day, the guy with the cameras? Well, I made contact with him again, and I said to him, well, let me tell you this first. What do I do most of the time? You know, I don't go out to the bars. I'm not interested in drinking and partying and all that sort of stuff. You know, throwing my money out the window every night. So, normally I just like, if I'm not making a video for you guys, you know, I potter around, relax, maybe talk to some friends around the world. You know, internet's a cool thing, right? But I'm like, I need something to do. I need something to stimulate my gray stuff. You know, that's not my hair, my brain, right? I can't just sit around and watch films and things like that. I need to actually study something and learn something that triggers my brain. And, you know, I tried to get into electronic. I've tried to get into lots of things. If you remember, I was trying to get into producing some music to help me with my videos and stuff. Well, trying to find the things I want here and trying to get it and order it and get the cables, it just gets to be a nightmare. So in the end, I just said, you know something? Forget it. Forget it all. Because it's just too much. And I left it for a while, but, you know, Kevin's brain. So I thought I need to find something I can do that's simple, that involves maybe photography and electronics. So I thought, hey, I've been trying to get my camera fixed, remember? And everybody's telling me, oh, it's not worth fixing. Well, it is worth fixing because I want it to be fixed. And nobody wants to fix it. Well, I've only know two people. One guy wants me to leave it with him in Bangkok, and I'm like, I don't really want to leave it with you. What's the other ones? Oh, and the other ones just tell me it's not worth it. I went to Canon. There was a photo fair in Bang Nam in November. There was one in Bangkok. And Canon said, oh, it's not worth it. Okay, so what's wrong with it? It won't turn on. So I thought, you know, I'm going to start researching why it won't turn on. And I learned a lot, actually, about kind of a little bit embarrassing. What I learned was, I know it's not for the average photographer, but it's more for somebody who's fixing it. There's tiny little micro switches on the doors, the door for the memory and the door for the battery. And if those micro switches aren't shut properly, the camera won't turn on. So anyway, I checked all that. Mine's still not working. But I thought, you know something? I'm going to learn how to fix my own camera. So today, I went over and met the photography guy again. And I said to him, the guy who sells cameras, I said, do you have old cameras that people told you that it's not worth fixing? And he said, yes, I have. So he gave me a Nikon D60, and he put a battery in it and turned it on, and it turns on, but it has an error message. This error, it says, and you know, he don't know how to fix them. So I said, well, look, if you feel confident enough to give it to me, I'll try to fix it. So he said, okay. Well, he gave me the camera and a lens, but he didn't have a battery to give me, because the battery he had is actually shipping out some cameras today, as you can see here.
I don't know. You can always Google it and be a pro in a minute or two.
Sawadee Krab.
Better watch.
That's him and his mom shipping out the cameras for today. So he's doing a good business. He's got like 10 cameras on the floor ready to box up. So so I thought, you know something? So anyway, I got that camera from him, and I got my own camera to sort out. So I thought I need to buy some tools, because tools? Buying tools? Go look at tools. So my ears pricked up. Only thing I need is a screwdriver right now. So, but what size screwdriver? Well, I actually have some jeweler's screwdrivers here, but they're too big, believe it or not, for the screws that are in the cameras. This goes, the smallest Phillips is a 1, and you need 0 to 00. So I went out looking for some today, and I thought the best, actually I went out the other day to Mr. Fix-It, which is like a cheap DIY store, thinking I'd find something there, but I couldn't find any screwdrivers. So I went to Hardware House, remember the tool store? And I looked and looked and looked and looked and found one screwdriver, but it was in a big set. It was like 300 baht for like 20, 30 screwdrivers. I thought, that's not going to be quality at all. So I kept looking, and finally I found this set. This is the set I found. This was about 300 and some baht, okay? It's got lots of little screwdrivers. Let me show you. So it comes in a little case. These are the red ones, are the Phillips screwdrivers. So it's got a 00, single 0, and a 1. Well, this one here is actually as big, or a little bit. This one is a little bit bigger than a jeweler screwdriver, and this one is actually smaller. And oops, wrong way. So the screws that are on the camera is between this one and this one. So I tried to use the 00, but you're not going to believe it. It stripped it. I only used it for like 4 screws and it stripped it. But luckily the single 0 Phillips works. So what I like about this is actually give you a little tiny case here with all to put all your screws in when you take them out. So you know when I take the camera apart. You're going to have some screws left over. So they got to go somewhere. So I actually found the other one did work, and I got some screws out. So I think it's going to be okay. So I tried to order some online. I thought, let me order a couple. I mean, I couldn't believe I tried this one, and it stripped out within 4 screws. I'm like, high quality or what? So, and this, you know, the tiny little screws, but it stripped it. The screwdriver broke. So, you know, terrible quality of tools. You know, that's from a tool store, and that's the best I could find. Amazing. But anyway, the next one up works. As long as you keep it square and push tight, it'll work. So I think what I'm going to do, there's a electronics store in, oh, I'm jumping the gun. I tried to order some online, and they were like, in America, they were like $4 each. So I thought, okay. But once you add everything up, and then the shipping and import duty, it's like, it's ridiculous. So I canceled that. I went to UK Amazon and found a German-made screwdriver. I thought, hey, there we go. It was like a £3 something for a screwdriver, and I thought I'll order 2. Great. But so that was like £6 or £7 for the screwdrivers, 2 screwdrivers, and £10 for the postage. But then they wanted like £15 import duty. I'm like, dude. Cancelled, so no screwdriver. So back to Sierra Rancid electronics shop in Bangkok. I'm going to go down there and see if I can find some. They have some you know, cheap, middle, and real high quality tools for doing electronics and electrics and stuff like that. So as most of you know, I wear reading glasses so I can see small things, but looking at the camera with the tiny screws, I'm like, these glasses ain't going to cut it. So I have a small, good quality magnifying glass that sort of closes in on itself into like a little sleeve that's about 2 inches in diameter. But you know, there's no way to mount that, and it's kind of small to be staring in. So I thought I need to find something, a magnifying glass. Well, today in the tool store, Hardware House, they had one, you know, like on the telescopic arm, like a light. Really nice quality, but they wanted almost 2,000 baht for almost 2,000 baht. It's going to be like almost 50 pounds. I'm like, okay, so anyway, the glass was big, and the quality of the glass was very good. And they even have a cover that you can put over it when you're not using it. And the telescopic arm and all that jazz. I thought, very good quality. But I thought, I don't really want to spend that much money on one. You know, it's like if you're going to have a proper workshop in there or something like that, then and do it every day, all day, I think that would be a good way to go. But I'm just want to do it right now for fun. But I thought I still need a magnifying glass. So luckily yesterday I went to I bought how can I say this? I bought a lighter that looks like a Zippo. So I went to that shop, and sure enough, they had a magnifying glass and good quality. And it cost me 350 baht. And this is it here. So it's got a little stand and a telescopic arm, so you can adjust everything. It's got some lights, so I got some batteries yesterday for the 2 little LED lights. And it's actually good quality. So for 350 baht, I got one. So in the next project, where to work on it? First I thought work in the workshop, but then I thought, no, it's going to be way too hot and you're standing up all the time. So I have a TV dinner tray, as you'd know it in America. It's just like a small table. Not a tray, but it's actually a small table that collapses. You can put it away. So I thought I'm going to make a little compartment of some kind that will fit on top of that. So it's the one right now, it's like 2 foot by 18 inches, something like that. So I thought what I'm going to do is I'll make a box that's a little bit bigger, maybe 4 or 5 inches all the way around the outside bigger. And this will just sit on top of it and hug it, sort of thing. And have some sides on it, caulk it inside so that the screws can't go hide in the cracks. Paint it all up, and then I can actually mount this, maybe drill a hole in the base and screw it to the side of my little workbench there, box, whatever you want to call it, and have it so that you can drape something over it so that, you know, nothing disturbs the camera you're taking apart. So tomorrow's project is to build that little box and paint it up, put it on my little thing, get I have a light already. If that don't work, I'll go buy one, and put the magnifying glass on with my screwdriver and get busy. So the idea is to take it apart slowly, so and maybe even record it as I take it apart. I can put my big camera on the tripod and record as I take it apart, and then I can put it back together in reverse as I learn. That's the project. And I'm hoping that will stimulate my noodle and keep me busy in the evening. So that's Kevin's update for August 7, 2020. What do you think? And it's Friday, so I hope you guys have a wonderful weekend. Look after yourselves, take care of each other, buckets of blessings, rivers of peace, joy, and kindness. All the very best, guys. See you later.